Hi, thank you for watching. This is Habiba once again, digital brand strategist and founder of digitallucy.com.ng. So you are welcome, and let's just dive straight into today's content. All right. So today's video will be talking about 5 ways with which you can get traffic to your website. All right. So most of the time, I find that when people build their websites or their blogs, they find that that website is kind of a ghost town with no one reading, no one commenting, no one sharing. And that's because they've built the website and no one is aware about it. So you need to find ways to make people aware that you have a website and that you have new content on the website as well. Like they say that it's not a case of if you build it, they will come. With online marketing, with building a brand online, you have to make sure that you are telling people when you put out new content so that they are aware and they visit your website. Now, the very first way that you can get traffic to your website is by advertising. Now, there are different forms of advertising that you can do online. You can do the usual Google ads that come up when people search on Google, or you could also do ads on social media networks. Those are quite popular at the moment, and that's like your adverts on Facebook, on Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter, which will be directing people to visit your website. So you need to look into investing some money, setting aside some money in your budget to advertise and link back to your website. Okay, now the next thing that you can do is related to social media. So number 2 is to use social media to promote your content. So that's content marketing. So most of the time when people when someone writes a blog post or they build up the website, they just post about it once on their Facebook or on their Instagram and they leave it. No, you have to do it over and over and over again. Even your old content, you have to be posting that out regularly. Now, if you're using a scheduling tool for your social media such as Buffer or Hootsuite, you can set those tweets or you can set those updates to repeat periodically, okay, so that you can just set it and forget about it. So rather than just posting, oh, I have a new blog post once, you can do it several times at several different intervals. You can post an update on the day when you publish the blog, and then you can post another update maybe 2 or 3 days later. You just give it at regular intervals, and different people will be seeing that update at different times and they will go to your website. And the third one, which we all know about, which we all hear about, but we're not quite sure what to do about it, is SEO, search engine optimization. Now, search engine optimization is kind of a mystery to a lot of people because they're not sure what they should be doing to actually get shown by the search engine. So they pay someone else to do SEO for them. But there's one thing that you can do when you are using a WordPress site, which is why I love WordPress so much, is that you can install a plugin called Yoast SEO. And what happens is that when you are writing your blog post, Yoast would guide you to make sure that you are placing emphasis on your keywords for that particular blog post, which will help you to go higher in the search engines when people search for particular keywords. So if you're using a WordPress website, you need to look into installing the Yoast SEO plugin and actually use it when you are writing your blog post. Now, also another thing that you need to consider in terms of SEO is the keywords that you're actually using when you're writing. Okay, so let's say for example you are into digital marketing, okay, and you're writing a blog post on 5 reasons why you need to be marketing your business online. You need to make sure that you're using the phrase digital marketing within the blog post, because that is how you're going to come up in the search engine. Okay, so you have to make sure that you decide what the keyword is and also ensure that you're using that keyword when you're writing the copy for your website. So you can say that you have a website about selling hair care and you never mention anything about hair care on your homepage, on your about page. You have to make sure that you also mention those keywords, so that's how you're going to show up in the search engines. Now, the fourth thing we're going to look at is features and blog posts. That's guest blogging. Okay, so you can pay to be featured on another person's website, and that will have a link back to your own website. Okay, so they're popular blogs that have a lot of traffic that will, for a token or for a certain amount, you can pay, and they do a sponsored blog post about your business, or you can also guest post on other blogs. And what happens is that when people like that content, they're going to look at the link and click back to visit your website. So you need to look into sponsored features on other websites that are related to your niche, where your target customer visits, or you can look at guest blogging on websites or blogs that are similar to yours, or are kind of in the same niche and have the same target customers as yourself. And lastly, the last one is email marketing. Now, email marketing, a lot of people ignore it. They're not building up a list of people who are interested in their business, but when you're in business, you really should have a list, and you should be emailing them regularly. And whenever you, let's say for example, whenever you publish a blog post, you need to make sure that you also let people on your list know, because it's not automatic that they are visiting your website. You need to also let them know, like, hey, I just published this new blog post, click over to read it. So that's how you're going to get traffic to your website. So to summarize, I'll go over the 5 things I mentioned. The first was online advertising, Google ads, social media ads. The second one was to use social media to promote your website. The third one was search engine optimization. Make sure that you're using the keywords in your website copy and in your blog post. And the fourth one was sponsored features and guest blogging. And lastly, I talked about email marketing. So email marketing, you need to be building up your list, and you need to be emailing the people on your list whenever you have an update on your website. So that's it from me. Do leave a comment or a question below, so that I know your biggest takeaway from this. And you can also ask questions if there are any areas that you have challenges with building up your brand online. So I look forward to reading your takeaways, and I'll be back soon with another video. Bye.